Hi, Shelley. Hey, it's great to see you again. I appreciate you spending a few minutes with me on the InSync show.
Always glad to do it, Corey. Thanks so much for having me.
You bet. Hey, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from?
Well, my name is Shelley Gutta. I'm from Elkins, West Virginia, kind of like north central West Virginia, born and raised. Moved around the state a little bit, but I've always lived in the state of West Virginia. Right now I'm in Morgantown, home of the Mountaineers.
Nice, nice.
And I've been at Stonewall Resort, almost 20 years.
Oh my gosh, wow, yeah. That's incredible.
I had a little break, but of about 14 months, but other than that, been here the whole time.
That's fantastic. That's amazing. Especially now it seems like, especially with the younger generation, sometimes you look at their LinkedIn profile and they've had 10 jobs in 2 years. And to still look, so that's a testament to.
I have 3 daughters, all in that younger generation, and I don't know, they like to learn. So they get someplace and they're like, hey, this is great. And actually they've all been in their jobs now for a little while, but it's because they're all in positions where they can continue to learn and advance. So they get to a place where it's like, hey, I'm not learning what I thought I was going to learn, so move on. So thankfully, they're all just about settled.
Yes. Yeah, I know. I think we have kids similar age, so I'm right there with you. Yes. Mm-hmm. So I know you're super busy. It's awesome. But I wanted to bring you on to talk a little bit about a very interesting topic, white space and meetings and conferences. And so could you tell us really what it is and why it's important?
Well, I yes, absolutely. I mean, I've been a little bit familiar previously with white space, just as, you get some documents that say this page left intentionally blank. I was like, oh, okay. And then you just move on from it. But it's to help absorb information that you have, that you're getting ready to learn or that you've already learned, and just to better prepare yourself for really taking time to think about it and absorb it and process it.
Fantastic. Hey, this just reminded me, I don't know if you knew that I was a graphic designer, and there was an infamous Volkswagen ad that used white space brilliantly. It was a full page ad back in the days when they actually had magazine ads, but they had a tiny Volkswagen in the middle of this ad, and it was such a bold move on the ad. It got all kinds of traction because it was very minimal and it had just a ton of white space around it. So I'm picking up what you're putting down there for sure.
Right. It's something that's been around, but now just recently being applied more and more to meeting and conferences.
Yeah.
Where meeting planners are realizing, hey, to have a meeting that, once you get off a flight or hit the venue, it's go, 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 go. And then, you're stepping out and getting into the car, and then you're leaving, and you've had absolutely zero time to enjoy the venue that you were at, the place that hosted the meeting. And how many times have you been to a meeting or an event and you've been there and you've left and you're like, well, I was there, but I enjoyed absolutely nothing of the venue or the city or any of it,
Absolutely. Or even absorbed of what you learned, because it's that whole sentiment of overload, right? We're bombarded with content 24/7, and it all becomes white noise, right? You just
right, which is totally the opposite of really what we need.
Exactly. You got to have a moments of break to kind of digest what you're experiencing. I love that. Actually, yeah, now that you just mentioned that, I got all kinds of things that come to mind. So very, very interesting stuff. So as somebody that's looking to plan an event, meeting at a conference, what should they be looking for in a venue and destination?
Right. I mean, you need to look at a venue that has opportunity for activities and things that people can do on their own without scheduling it for them. Don't make it something, oh, okay, I need to be here at this time to do this. Let it be more casual than that. Give them the opportunity to enjoy a lake, a nature hike, around a golf spa, hang by the pool, but don't schedule it specifically.
I love that.
Yeah.
Kind of setting the stage, right? The environment.
Set the stage.
And letting people just kind of experience on their own freedom, but putting the pieces in place to make it very easy for them, I imagine.
No.
Wonderful. And naturally, I would wager, I would come out, I don't think you come out on a limb and say nature's playing a big part of that all, right? Correct?
Yeah, I think nature, considering everything that we've all just recently been through, there seems to be a shift in everybody's or most people's need to reconnect with nature, develop that relationship a little bit closer. I mean, recently West Virginia has been named to 3 top 10 lists of places to visit. And I think that's unprecedented for West Virginia to be on, a multiple list of places to visit, and I think it's because we have such great natural settings and rolling hills and lakes and, rivers, mountains, it's a beautiful, beautiful place to visit. You can have that white space and get out on a 5-10 mile nature hike,
I love it.
Absorb that information.
Well, this is a great, my next question is a great follow-up to that. So what are some examples that maybe you have, you planned yourself, and is anything that you can share with us that we can kind of wrap our arms around?
Yeah, well, as you know, I'm at Stonewall Resort, and we're a really fantastic setting for unplanned activities. We have a 26-mile long lake with a full marina, so you can rent a fishing boat, a pontoon boat, get out on a kayak, a canoe, a stand-up paddleboard, or just sit by the lake and enjoy the rolling hills and the blue skies. We also have 19 miles of hiking and biking trails. So get out on a bike, make it feel like a kid again, even if it is, a nice little e-bike that's giving you a little boost.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, things like that.
That's wonderful. And I'm familiar with the resort, obviously. And I was very interested that during summertime, you've got that paddle boat or the boat that's on the lake. And then also the smaller, was it the Scat Cats that you guys have as well? So I love boats. It's an incredible opportunity to get on the lake. And
yeah, I think you're talking about our Little Sorrel, our 110 passenger excursion boat.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Nice,
yeah.
Nice.
So you can do nice for receptions. We posted weddings on that. So you can get out somewhere like a little bit remote. I mean, the lake's 26 miles long. So there's plenty of nooks and crannies that you can dock a boat in, have a nice, lovely wedding, great experience. Now the Craig Cats, those are a little different. They go 35 miles per hour, and you can fish from them. But if you feel the need for speed, zooming around the lake, you can get on one of those.
Nice. You're talking my language right there for sure. That's wonderful. Well, Shelley, this has been fantastic. I really appreciate you spending a few minutes with us. I can't wait for our next conversation. Thank you.
I know. Glad to do it anytime. Thanks, Corey.